Hi everyone, my name is Christy. I'm so pleased to be here again with Dr. Mike next to me. Thank you so much for taking care of myself and my family. Of course, I want to come here because this time I brought my parents. Both of my parents are 78 years old. And as you know, they don't have a lot of time. So I want them to extend their lifespan and I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to enjoy life. There's so many places I need to take them to visit, so you must have good health in order to enjoy life. Yeah, so that's why I'm back again. Last time was last August, and now it's January, and I'm so here to share what happened to me like 2 weeks ago. So I really feel that having those stem cell therapy really have a huge impact on my health, on my vitality. And the most important thing is the way that I recover if I get sick. Yeah. Well, basically, not only that I feel that I'm fitter, I haven't changed my diet. I haven't changed my exercise routine. Actually, I think I've done less. I don't want to do too much cardio, but maybe I do like soft exercise, like maybe some yoga, stretching. But I feel that my body has really gone fitter. And then recently, because you know it's winter time now, and in China, a lot of people get the H1N1, the influenza. I got both of them, and it was incredible. I just had fever for like one day. It was high fever for 39.7 for one day, 24 hours. And then the next day I was fine. I was still going to work. I was still doing 直播. And everybody was so stunned. I have a lot of people who usually come to my house and massage and say, I can't believe that usually it takes at least 7 days to recover because your muscles are aching, you have brain fog, you can't concentrate, and you're very like out of breath. But I recover within 24 hours. Excuse me, I'm 54. And everybody was like, oh my God, you have an immune system of a 25-year-old. So I really thankful to Dr. Mai because it happened 3 days before Christmas. I didn't know if I was going to cancel my dinner party because every year I have a huge dinner party at home. I have some work and then they were all waiting for me and I say, okay, just wait. If tomorrow I don't have fever, then we go on. And miraculously, the next day I was fine. So I really feel that at my age and having this H1N1, this influenza that is so strong in China, I recover so fast. So I thank you so much because I have so many things I want to do. I have to take care of my family, of my children, my parents, and my work, and not be able to have a good health. Because once you're hit with fever and you're hit with disease and illnesses, you can't do it. It slows you down. But I have so many, you know, like priorities and everything. So I really feel that not only I was like able to have a speedy recovery, but I'm still like full of vitality.
All the stamina too.
Yes,
you know?
the stamina. And people like, you don't look 54. I have my staff who are like 30s and 20s. It hit them so hard. Some of them got cough and still recovering for 1 month. And they were like amazed by the time that I just recovered so fast. So I'm very grateful, Dr. Mike.
Wonderful. And you work very long hours like me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You know that when we talk continuously for like 8 hours, 4 hours, it's very strenuous for your brain and your stamina, your vitality. You get tired because you're always so like high up and I need my brain because sometimes I have to speak in Mandarin, which is not my mother tongue. So my brain is always overload. But because Dr. Mai gave me the precursor brainstem, I asked him double dose.
Yes.
It made my brain like have mental strength, clarity, and I have sharper. My reactions are faster, so it's unbelievable.
Now, I sincerely think that we did super boost Christy's immune system, and she was down here in August, and together with the in-laws, and the hubby. And the first thing on my mind for all the patients, especially aging patients, is your immune system. Because your immune systems are compromised because the thymus gland born bigger than your heart. Your heart is a very big organ, it's producing the immune cells. We call them the T cells. But after 25, it starts to shrink down. By the age of 65, it's almost gone. So it's important to understand your immune system has been compromised when you're moving towards your 60. And that's the reason why cancer cells become strong. You don't have cancer cells as a baby, but you start to accumulate as a baby too. You know, accumulation of cancer cells because they are suppressed, not suppressed well by the immune system anymore. So that explains the vitality why we are all born to die. We can't stay forever. Okay. The other reason is because the amount of stem cells in your body as you age will go down very fast. When you're born, you're 100% of stem cells. There'll be one stem cell over 10,000 live cells, you have 37.2 trillions of live cells. But imagine you thought you're growing fast as a baby, or your kid is growing fast as a baby, but in fact, they're also aging fast. By the age of 18, you only have 45% left of stem cells. By the age of 30, only 25%.
Yes.
30, can you imagine? And then by the age of 60, you only have 5% left of your stem cells. You will die when you don't have the stem cells in your body. And when I say in your body, it's over all your 78 organs. So that means to say you have 400 over different types of precursor stem cells in your body. So it's important to understand which part of your body needs a revitalization, regeneration. So in the case of Christy, immune system is important for all of us. We work very long hours. She's standing and speaking for 8 to 10 hours a day. Can you imagine? And you use the brain a lot. So you must have a sharp brain. The frontal lobe is important. Again, all the organs are shrinking except the heart, or for the male, the prostate. So when the organs shrink, your capability and the functioning of the organs also go down. So it's important that, again, Christy needs stamina. So where do the stamina come in? With the stamina and endurance, just like any sportsmen, any footballers, any boxers, you need a strong heart. You need a good lung, a big lung capacity. And of course, you need the adrenals. So in other words, we can't give you just one type of stem cells. We have to give you the targeted organ-specific and targeted brain-specific precursor cells.
Similia similibus curato.
Yes, similar similibus curato. And that means the Chinese say, 以形补形, 以形补形. That is important. Like treats like. Because all the cells in your body, in all your 78 organs, have different molecules, different amino acids, and different proteins. All the cells have a different blueprint. Just like us in human, we have a different tongue print, we have a different fingerprint. Even for twins, they will never have the same tongue print or fingerprint. So all the cells work differently, and they will only home to their respective organs.
Wow.
So it's important to understand that you must give the right type of stem cells to do the homing. It's not just one stem cells and do everything. It's never an A for A to Z. It has to be A1 for A1 diseases, B6 for B6, Z10 for Z10.
It's customized.
Yes, it has to be tailor-made, customized. And we call them the precursor or progenitor cells. There are thousands of publications of this.
That's why I'm here also to reboost, because since I got hit with high fever, I think my brain cells kind of like burned too. So I'm here to like maybe reboost my immune system. Yeah.
You understand, every day after 40, all of us under stress, under everything, you know what will happen? You are losing 10,000 brain cells a day. Your memory will fade over time. You start to remember the face, but you can't remember the name. You keep on looking at the person, but you come to realize you may not remember his name. You are moving towards dementia. Dementia starts to set in towards 65. At 65, you probably have a risk of 25%. At 75, it'll be 35%. At 85, you'll be having 45%. So what about our parents? We are so concerned about our parents. But to take care of our parents, the first thing, just like when you travel in the plane, put on the seatbelt, right? So it's the same here. You must be in tip-top condition so that you can take care of the loved ones.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's difficult to take care of the children. Neither is it easy to take care of the aged parents.
We need to be preventive.
Yes. Prevention starts at 30. So we are telling our children, you must start early.
You know, I'm so happy that you're asking this question, because my parents just came from Canada. And then when they first came, I did a video call with the in-laws. And my dad was like, oh my God, they look younger. they really look younger. And my dad had the stem cells in Vietnam for the opening.
Yes.
And also he feels younger. He's like not so skinny anymore because his body is able to absorb the nutrition better. And his face, his aura, and he looks much better. He looks younger. And then he told me that his white hair doesn't grow as fast as before. So this is something that I'm very proud because, you know, I love my parents, and just knowing that my parents are healthy, it's elevate my stress. You know, I can feel peaceful. I know that they're happy and in harmony, and then we can, you know, keep going, you know, and travel in family together, enjoy food. They eat so much. My dad eats so much. How do you do that?
He eat a lot, and now he's getting more muscular.
My
And notice
dad-
he have a bulk, a big chest, a good chest.
I really want you to shoot a video with my dad. My dad
You
is
should.
65,
Yes.
and he walks every day 40,000 steps, and he still have muscle mass. His skin is very tight and firm for a 78-year-old man.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm very proud of that.
And that was 1.5 years when we gave the stem cells to him in June
Yes.
2023. Imagine he's coming back again from Canada, and he'll be much better moving forward.
Honestly, I'm not exaggerating. He's 78, but he looks 58.
Yes. And
Yes.
your mom too. She looks
My
so
mom-
good.
Yes, my mom also lost weight. My mom was a bit heavy. She has a lot of, you know, like inner, you know, fat. But she's her mood is elevated, and then she sleeps much better, and then she's lost weight. Yeah.
Yes, I always call Christy the Sunshine, Miss Sunshine or Miss Jolly, and the mother will be the Mrs. Jolly.
Yes.
You know, yeah. It's like a replica of.
It runs in the family.
Yes, yeah. So it's important to have good health. I always say that. You know, it's the same with me. You know, my mom is moving to 90, around 90,
and she cooks for everyone.
She cooks for the whole family of 10. She do shopping. She loves shopping. I just came back from Shenzhen, you know, for 2 weeks. Bi-yearly family vacation. My mom was shopping every day.
Oh.
And imagine after the whole day of shopping, we go for midnight show. You know?
Really?
Yes. And she bought 60 kilo of clothing and whatever accessory you can think of. And she
Really?
buy a lot of shoes. And every family of us buy 60 kilo, you know, just for 2 weeks of shopping. And I have 80 kilo. I was overweight, you know. Yeah. So
That's
can you
amazing.
imagine? So what is important to understand, if your loved ones or any one of you still love to walk, still love to shop, still love to eat, that means you're still having good quality
Yes,
life.
absolutely.
Quality life is important. Quality life will determine the extension of your longevity. But quality life means you need quality cells and stem cells in your organ. Your organs are aging every day. Please understand that they are having different lifespan. For example, your eyes and heart start to age at 40. Your gut, your 肠胃, that means, you know, your kidney, your pancreas start to age at 50 to 55. And your spine start to age at 11. Can you imagine? And your brain start to age at 20. So it's important to understand, you lose your muscle, your hair, and bone at 30. You lose 1 to 2% of your hormones after 40. Fertility also come down. So there's a lot of factors you have to understand. So when you say you want to do a regeneration,
Yes.
revitalization, we have to look into the blood test report or the pathological test of your whole body. We even have to look into your organs, your hormones, and then we do the regeneration of targeted hormones and body. Yeah.
So not only Dr. Mind is an expertise, but his staff, they're so professional, they're so attentive, and they're really kind, because some people are very afraid, the needles and everything, but they really make you feel safe and relax and enjoy your journey here at the European Wellness.
So we try to do like a high kilo of
Yes.
in the health business, you know. Yes.
Okay, first of all, they have worldwide, they have 46 centers, so anyone can reach and become, youthful and be healthy. But I prefer coming here in Malaysia because I really feel that the new center has 3 floors, and I just experienced their new treatment. They have like so many things to accommodate my my wishes and my demands, because not only I want from inside I become healthy, but they also take care of my hair, my skin, and then like you see a woman likes to be firmer, so they have many types of treatments that customized to different types of demands. And this time it's bigger, it's more
it's 60,000 square feet.
It's more equipped, and they had the new technology, so they always look for the new and best technology to accommodate each and everyone's demands for their own body. So me being in the entertainment field, I mean, we're always looking for the youth, magic potion, the substance that will make you younger forever. And although I know that aging is a natural process,
yes,
but with the help of Dr. Mike, he will help me slowing that process.
Yes, you do a reversal of aging.
Yes.
Please understand, you can't stop aging totally, but we can do a reversal of aging, because when you age, you don't age constantly. You are aging acutely down. So when you age at 40 and 50 and 60 and 70, it's acutely down. So you push it up with a reversal, you go constant, and then you start to go sharply down again. We have to pull you up again. So it's like driving a Lamborghini, accelerating, you press the brake with 1 second, you press back the accelerator, what happened? You change the momentum of speed.
Yes.
It's like an angry dog you're holding, is lashing out, you pull the dog again. Again, he lash out, again you pull. So in other words, we are delaying time. We are delaying the progression of aging. We are not stealing anything, but we are stealing time. It's important because we want to extend health span and not just longevity. Longevity for the last 50 years has expanded 2 times. In the old days, people die at 30 or 40. Today, people can live longer. Okay? For the last 50 years, everyone has doubled the longevity side, the lifespan. But do understand, the last 20 years, there wasn't any extension of health span. That means the health span of Asian is around 75.
75?
75. After 75, you start to go down badly. Okay? So when you say you have a parents moving to 80 or 85 and they're still good, that means they're actually past the health span. The average health span. And again, we have to understand, if you were to compare Asian with the Caucasian, their health span is only 65. So the Asians is 10 years longer already. Yes. So can we still expand the health span? Although in science today, for the last 20 years, there's no extension. I sincerely think I can delay the progressions of aging very much, but at the same time, we can do a reversal of aging and prove it scientifically by proving the biological age of your organ and the protein age of your cells. With a glycan test, I can check your protein age very well. You are as young as the protein of your cells. All this must be proven. So it wasn't just to say, I can make you 6 to 16 years younger. I must delay the progression of aging. That is important. I'm 64 this year, but for the last 3 years, I managed to maintain my biological age of 46.
That's amazing.
But Christy is much better.
That's
At
amazing.
54, her biological age is still below 40.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
But we managed to do that.
So you can see, I want to answer your questions, why I'm coming here, because in China or anywhere, you have a lot of friends, they say, oh, I have stem cells, come to my place, you should try it. I say, no, because I'm afraid, because I don't know what's inside their stem cell. Is it stem cells? Is it really like frozen? Is it live? Where's it coming from? So because I put the stem cell in my body, so I really need to research. I spent 1 year to understand the stem cells, different countries. I search, I Google, I study, and then it was a friend who introduced Dr. Mike to me, and I saw his book, and I saw my friends, before and after, and I decided to come here because I know that he has 400 types of precursor stem cells. So any part of your body that's weak, who needs to be rejuvenated, recalibrate, reboost, the precursor stem cell will go inside your body, zoop, and then they will find their own place and give you a more general, a more completed rejuvenation. So that's why I feel safe, because I have so many friends who share with me their stories. For example, they go to other place, they do the stem cells, And then they told me I haven't had my period for so many months. That is so dangerous. They said that, oh, I don't sleep well, I can't eat, I have maybe some change in their body. That is not expected. So I don't trust that. I really feel that with Dr. Mike, I'm in good hands.
Thank you. Thank you. When you say you don't have a period, you're in your 40s, that means you're moving to menopause. Menopause, after menopause means for the woman, unfortunately, I have to say, you will age 30% faster. So we have to delay the progression of menopause too, okay? So you have to delay everything so that you age slower. It is important to understand that, okay? So what is so different about us is we target every organ. And we give the targeted organ cells. Please do understand, even for the liver itself has 75 different types of stem cells and cells. But the only type of stem cell which can regenerate the liver is only the hepatocyte. So we isolate the hepatocyte and give you the hepatocyte. So that will be the best stem cells, best supplements to regenerate your liver. Now, what will be the best thing to regenerate your brain? I'm saying that your brain starts to age at 20, and you have the brain with 52 lobes, performing 50 overfunctions with 67 different types of brain cells. And after 40, you lose 10,000 neurons, your memory is going down, everything is shrinking, the frontal lobe shrink means your memory, short-term memory is gone. You start to forget things. Again, you have a long-term memory with the hippocampus. The hippocampus is shrinking 5% every 10 years. So when the hippocampus shrink, you don't walk like this straight. You walk sideways, you float. So when you float means you will fall. Your balancing is gone. So do understand you are as young and as good when you have a sharp and good brain. It is important to have good brain. What's the point of having the billions in your bank account when you do not know what is happening? You know, what's the point? You know, or when you don't have a good vision, you don't start to see well. You are losing your vision. Your vision start to go down at 40. So vision is also important. So again, what about other parts of the body? This is important. The brain is controlling everything. So it's not just the heart, which is very important because it's vascular, or the blood circulation needs the heart. But again, the brain is very important for quality life. So take care of your heart, take care of your brain, take care of your pancreas, take care of all your organs, even for the adrenals, which is the libido of man and woman. After menopause, the woman loses the libido, okay? And they lose the ovary. So the female hormones are gone. So the woman tends to be more manly. And the woman become more aggressive. She will bang table, you know. But what happened to the man with the aggressive nature of a lot of testosterone in the body? The man becomes softer. They become more feminine. They start to lose hair in their legs. You know, look at some of the men in their 50s. They don't have much hair anymore. You know, so you see the difference here. So it's important to fine-tune the hormones. Again, when I fine-tune the hormones, I always believe in endogenous way of treating. I always believe that the body can treat by itself. You have to find the root of the problem and treat the root, and not just to treat the symptoms. When I say treat the symptoms, means you are taking the drug for the day. It's only for that day. And the next day you have to continue to take. So are you going to say, I can't sleep every day, so I have to take sleeping pills, and you're going to take it for the rest of your life? No, because all the drugs and the unnecessary supplements for you will destroy your kidney. Your kidney only have a lifespan of 50 to 55. Please understand, food is your medicine. Food is also your poison. So it's important to take the right type of food. And when you age, sometimes you probably have to eat lesser, because the more you eat, the faster you die. Why? Because it's the old car, you're like an old car as you age with the old parts. But with the old car, you can change the parts. But can we change the organs in our body? It is quite difficult, because even if you do an organ transplant, it will never be the same. It is important to understand that even with organ transplant, you may not have quality life. So please take care of your quality life and do some prevention. Prevention is better than cure. It's important.
That's why I want to emphasize, because a lot of people don't understand. Like, you know, right now the society or lifestyle, we like, you know, we spend our year, you know, we how do you say our year? We sleepless night because of work. We have fast pace. We're stressed. We have anxiety. We don't take care of our body. We don't even have time to sit down, have a nice meal. And you are what you eat. 70% of what you are, what you eat, 70% of what you eat will influence your health. So a lot of people think that when you drink, you know, because sometimes in China you have 𝐼𝐤𝐥𝐿, you have like dinners and everything, and everybody do this. But when you do this, your brain cell would slowly shrink. Okay,
your brain shrink 30% faster after 60 if you are a drinker.
And if you stay up all night, your heart, your liver, you have liver cirrhosis. And the way you eat, I realize a lot of people don't know how to eat well.
Yes, very oily food.
Yes. You know? If Earth didn't make it, don't take it. You know, so I really wish that not only, you know, you're probably going to say, oh, I don't need stem cells right now. I'm still young. I'm only 30. But if you stay up all night, you every day do this, you have stress. Stress is the number one, you know, consequence for your body. You have a big belly, and then you can't sleep at night. And then, you know, the stress hormone, that you suppress emotions when you're not happy.
You will kill the cells.
Yes.
And stress is also one of the main causes of cancer. Cancer is an abnormality of your hormones. So stress will cause the changes in your hormones into abnormality. And this is where cancer cells become stronger.
I'm saying that because as a woman, I'm sure that women, they always have suppressed emotion. When they, you know, they get angry with their kids, they get angry with their partners, they get angry with their work. So it stays in their feminine, you know, this here and this here, all the woman's health will be affected. Okay.
But I find Christy as a very strong person. Okay. She balances life very much. She's a wonderful mother from my experience and observation. She's a wonderful daughter. You know, each time I look at the way she took care of the parents and the in-laws, you always remind I have to do a better job for my mother. You know, so I come to realize it's such a wonderful thing to be with Christy, because she's always jolly and sunshine all the time for you.
I have my moments. I have my moments.
That means she will live longer. Because if you are smiling and laughing every day, you live longer. Laughter is the new medicine too.
You know why? Yeah. Because I know how to decompress. Because everybody has pressure. Okay, you need to find your own way to decompress. So if you want to have my tips on anti-aging, skincare, a healthy, balanced diet, meditation. You need to find a way to really feel grounded, decompress, go see the sun, do massage, go dancing, go, you know, whatever makes you happy. And then sleep well, and also the stem cells. I really think that all this combined all together, then you will look like me.
Yes. And sometimes it's difficult for us to sleep well. You know, I'm sleeping at 6 a.m. You know, I work so hard. You know?
I don't know how you do it.
And Christy, I know she also work very late at night. You know, by the time sometimes you can be converse, it could be midnight. You know, so sometimes we do like to sleep early, but because of the work commitment, you know.
Yes.
So of course we have to know how to balance then. You know, so there are a lot of ways to still balance. Although sleeping early is one of the good points, you know, but sometimes you can't. You know, when you travel, I travel 8 to 10 countries every month.
Wow. I don't know how you do it.
And I never have jet lag all my life. I arrive midnight or in the morning, and the next few hours I get ready and I start to give lectures. You know, I do 50 lectures all over the world a year. So can you imagine the way I travel? I just came back, and because Christy is down here, and I have to make sure everything is okay, and then I have to fly off to London. So can you imagine the amount of concentration and focus? But if you have a good brain and a sharp brain, you can arrange that. You know, it can be made in such a way. You have to understand your body. So I find in Christy, right from the beginning, I know her since 2018 when she first come for the first stem cells, you know, she is very knowledgeable with her knowledge in nutrition or with her food or lifestyle, you know. And we are still on the process to write the book. We have to, you know. And I believe she could be a Dr. Christy. Yeah, she knows so much about health and nutrition to a certain extent.
Yes, yeah. I've learned. I searched how to eat, you know, anti-aging food. For example, dark chocolate, you know, like coffee, pomegranate, you know, flaxseed oil, olive oil, coconut oil. All these natural things already makes you younger. You know, the apple cider vinegar. I study all that, and I know you studied nutrition in your early days. Yes, absolutely. So I'm like everyone. I was lazy. I'm very lazy. I only started to take care of my health maybe 5 years ago. I learned about intermittent fasting. The less you eat, the longer you expand your lifespan, because you do the autophagy. Autophagy is when your body is not eating, it will eat itself. Your body detox itself, eat the bad cells. So these things I need to learn. And also, Dr. Mike always give me those books, how to enhance my brain. He also gave me stem cell for dogs, how to take it, because I have 6 dogs and 2 cats. So he just gave me this book yesterday. So I'm looking forward
it's the
to
world's
take care of
first
my
stem cell
dogs.
book for dogs and cats and horses,
So not only he's so generous and taking care of the humanity, but also pets and also horses and dogs and cats and everything. So you're amazing.
Yeah, I have 18 dogs in my house. I used to have 22, and then I never stopped the breeding. That means they continue to breed, and we have around 400 staff in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah here. Every now and then I'm looking for staff. Do you want some new puppy? And yesterday there was a funny situation. My son came up with a lost puppy Labrador.
Oh.
The Labrador just came to him around the garden, and he says it's lost.
We keep it?
Yes. So my son was saying that, can we keep it? I say no. We have to look around and who is the owner, because the Labrador seems to like the other rest of the puppies in my house. So I come to realize, if our kids, especially with autistic kids, it's good to keep a puppy for them or a cat. And all the pets, if you like pets, you will make you kinder in life. Okay?
It's true.
Yes.
My pets, they really help me to decompress. When I feel anxiety, I'm a little bit tired, I just hug my pets and I just feel, boom, the dopamine is coming up, and I'm just like so chill and relaxed. Yeah.
And I remember you told me about your pet.
Yes.
He climbed up the staircase and go to your room and kind of.
This is amazing.
Yes.
One day I was really stressed, maybe because I just got sick, and then I had my work and everything. I was really like a lot of anxious, and then suddenly my dog just came in my room, and she looked at me like this, pick me up, and I just picked her up, and then she just suddenly the stress is reliever. I'm gone. I'm just happy again. And my heart opens it up. And I was like, oh, how did she know that I was at that moment, I needed someone to just give me a hug or just de-stress me and decompress. And she just came up to my room.
Animals have good instinct, okay? And I've been keeping all the animals. I've been treating a lot of dogs from USA with the breeders and also all over the world, because all the patients with me, they are VIP patients. They always have dogs and cats.
Yeah.
I will have one with pigs, with a big bowl.
Wow.
I mean, it depends. Everyone has their. I have clients who have lions, So can you imagine? They have lions or tigers, So it depends. But again, the pets are just like human. They have cancer. They have all kinds of diseases too. They are human. Man is the most intelligent animal. We have to understand. Okay, so it is good to learn from the animals too, which I'm learning too. I'm learning from the humans. I'm learning from all the people I work with. But again, although we are treating a lot of people, the celebrities, the presidents, the royals, in my heart, everyone is equal. So we also treat the poor very much. I like to do much more for the autistic children and special needs children. Christy has already been with me together, and we've been, and when we were in Vietnam, we did help some, we did look into, and we did treat some autistic children in Vietnam, not for the money.
It was such an amazing experience.
And it was Christy who initiated that, at that time, he just have a stem cell, and the next day he said, no, we have to go. I was saying, Christy, you may be tired. He said, no, we have to go. And can you imagine such a kind-hearted person? Okay, and I always believe you're kind-hearted to your parents, you take good care of your children will take good care of you over time, especially when you're kind to your parents, because without them, we don't have us, It's important. Yeah, of course, Christy, he just have a targeted organ and brain-specific stem cells. We give her a number of cells, to make sure she maintain her youthfulness and to do some reversal. Of course, at that time, I did give her a double dose of thymus. I did give her the frontal lobe because she's using a lot of her brains. I give her the whole brain. I also give her a pituitary because I have to fine-tune her hormones, and the pituitary will work with the adrenals. So I give the adrenals. I also give the liver because the liver will do the hormonal modulation. You need the liver very, very much. Okay, again, what about her stamina? Heart, lungs may have to come in. Again, what about her bone or cartilage? As you know, you will lose your bone and cartilage at 30. So whatever I can think of, In her blood test report, I analyzed everything. I find I probably has been giving her around 16 to 18 types of different types of stem cells. Okay.
This time less,
yes.
because I just
Yes.
came here last.
Yes.
So this
5
time you
months.
gave me a lot of
Yeah.
thymus because I got hit by the
Yes.
virus. So
Yes.
you need to reboost my
Yes.
immune system.
Yes.
Yeah. So this time is only 4.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'll give her a double dose, double dose of thymus. Yeah, yes. And I probably also give her the spleen, because the spleen is like a wife to the thymus.
Oh, yes,
They work
yes.
together.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
and I know Christy used to say she has some intestinal problems, so I took care of intestinal
Yes,
problem, the
yes.
lining, the intestinal mucosa
So
lining.
you can see he's
Yes.
like a scientist, you know. He's like a chef, like he's
Yes.
putting ingredients
Yes,
for
yes.
each and every one.
You blend the
Tailor-made,
right time, right thing.
customized.
Yes.
Okay, unlike other one, they just
You can't just
here,
give
you
one
know.
stem cells and say it works for every diseases,
Yes.
every problem. No.
each person is
Yes.
different.
Yes.
Each
Yes.
person is different.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so
You
it's
have to
very
target the
one-on-one,
organs.
one-on-one. Yeah. It's
Yes, it is important. That's why I always say individualized, tailor-made, targeted organ-specific and targeted brain-specific stem cells. It is important. Again, when we talk about people with emotion, all of us will have problems. All of us may go into some form of depression with life. It could be our work or with our spouses or even with taking care of our parents.
Yes.
The anxiety of all of us and all this, So it's important to understand. Sometimes we also have to give you the hippocampus, which is for emotion. When you're going too high up, down with euphoria, just like in the case of bipolar patient, then we have to bring you down, But again, when people is going too down with depression, then we have to bring them up, because depression can be suicidal. So when we look at a person, the first observation is to look at the face. The face tells a lot about you, okay? The face tells your IQ. The expression in your face tells your IQ. There's a lot we have been trained to work in such a way that, because we are treating a lot of Down syndrome children, autistic children, cerebral palsy children, we have to understand them. So I sincerely think we learn so much from every patient. I learn a lot of things, even with Christy, with her lifestyle, the way she controls her emotions, the way she handles her lifestyle, the way she eat, the way she talk about the food. That is something I picked up too. It wasn't just she's picking up from me, So it's a wonderful thing that we must write a book together and tell to the world, they themselves, all the laymen are their best doctor. It wasn't the doctor themselves. The doctor don't have all the time for them. It's important to understand you as a layman should know something about yourself, because only you can take the best care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You have to be your own doctor.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he's like a big brother I never had. Not only I'm not gonna say his expertise, his specialist in his field and everything, but he's very caring. This is something that I'm very touched, because usually doctors are very like, and just they don't care because they see so many patients. Next, next. But he's really taking care, asking how my kids, how's my husband, how my parents, even when we're like separated, he sent me a message, how your parents doing, how your mom and dad. He's very, very attentive and very detailed. We came here and I know that it's going to be raining every day. So his staff asked me if I wanted to go on a cruise, because in Sabah, it's top 3, the best sunset in the world. But he wanted to bring my mom to still go on a boat. He organized it yesterday.
Yes.
And then we had a wonderful time.
Yes, wonderful.
My mom was so happy, and then we started singing and dancing. We went canoeing.
Rocking,
Yeah, so these memories, I'm telling you, my mom will remember forever. Sometimes these things money cannot buy. I think that good memories, good meal with good friends and family, they will remember forever. So these things I really think is very precious. So I think Dr. 𝐼, I'm so happy. Sometimes I just think I'm so blessed that not only taking care of me, my family, my husband, everyone. And I'm always trying to introduce friends to him, because I want everybody to be healthy and be able to have a good, high quality of life. But not everyone understands the stem cells. Some people are like, what is this? I'm still young. I don't need that. Not need that. No, because you don't know yourself. You don't know until you see the blood test. You don't know until you come here and all the, my dad, he's very careful. He has a body check many times, but this was his first time. He has his thyroid check. They didn't do that in Canada. It was his first time, and they did detect something because he has something genetic. Only here, they specialize, they have treatments that I don't even know, I don't even understand. And I love these things. This is something that I really want and truly everybody to understand that your health is very important. If in your bank account you have number one is health, and then you have so many zeros, but if there's zeros, you don't have number one, which is your health, then it doesn't count. You can have so many money in your account, but if you're bedridden, you can't move, you can't do anything, what's the use?
Right? True, totally right. I concur with that. Please understand, health is the new wealth. Yeah. Irrespective of all the zeros in your bank account. Because we come with nothing, we will live with nothing at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So to leave the legacy behind, the good memories as we live is important. Please understand, if you look at the blue zones of the world, there's a number of blue zones of the world where people live past 100 years. Okay? One of the main secrets was happiness. And happiness and being happy means they also are healthy. Yes. Otherwise, you can't live to past 100 years old. So I always say happiness doesn't depends on the money in your bank account. Happiness is depending on how healthy you are. Because when you're not healthy, you won't be happy. What if your parents is sick? Are you going to be happy? No. If they're bedridden, you will have to take care of them. So you won't be happy. Yeah. And if your children is sick, it's like stabbing your heart with a knife. You know, you want the best for your children because to them is you. The younger you, that's all. You know, so I always believe in that the more I do for all, as a very staunch Buddhist would turn to Roman Catholic when I married my wife, I always believe the wisdom in Buddhism that we must be kind. And Mother Teresa is one of my idols. Apart from Karl Lagerfeld, who is my idol for innovations, and Bruce Lee, you know, I always think he's so confident because he's good with his trade. So I focus all my life in the field of anti-aging medicine and longevity, and I call it bioregenerative medicine. I love what I'm doing very much. I've never been doing in any other fields. I only focus in that because you can't be a master in everything. There's no way you can be a master in everything. So you better focus in what you can do best. Bring the joy to every patient. And I tell all my hundreds of doctors all over the world, because we have 46 hospitals and centers from Santorini to Frankfurt to Athens to Lugano to Bangkok to Hong Kong or many parts of the world. I always say, please remember, every patient, treat them like your parents or your sisters or your brother. You know why? Because your parents or brother or sister may be treated by another doctor. Mm-hmm. So we also want the good karma, that the other doctor treating them will be also doing the same of what you do for your patient. So I always believe in that very much. Generating the good karma makes me smile when I sleep. It is important. I sleep with a smile. That is good. Going to bed and I sleep. And every Chinese New Year, I always say, I will walk my hallway with two arms like this and close my eyes and I walk a long distance, knowing that I will not bang the wall. Okay? Because I have to say every Chinese year, I hold my hands like this and walk on a New Year's Eve. I say, thank God for everything. You know, I love what I've been guided. I've been guided, okay? And I believe what I do very much.
Oh my gosh. I think he definitely has to be a rock star scientist. He just play himself. Be a rock star. I think he should be like Noah. You know Noah? You know, when and water is like, you know, and then you have a boat, and then you have everyone, the animals, the people. He welcomes all the people in his boat so he can save the world. I think you should be like Noah.
In fact, I can touch any animal and they will become friendly. Yes. You know, I have some good touch with animals too.
I think his boat, you know, the story, you know the story of Noah, right? Yes. So everybody would just be in a boat and everybody would be just happy and save the world. Yeah.
I don't socialize very much. I don't do much entertainment. I don't do much karaoke, you know. But yesterday I did some karaoke with Christy and friends, you know, and the mother. I don't actually, you know, I don't mix around very much. But I come to realize sometimes it's happy to be with friends, you know. Yes.
And what I like about Dr. Mayr, he's very, like, you know, we come here to explore, to learn, you know, to 冒险, you know, to take risks, to study. And he's never once, you know, yesterday I was a bit reluctant. I said, I'll go with you. So we did canoeing.
Yeah, we were canoeing in the sea.
Do
you know.
karaoke. I sit
And
with
that
you.
was my first time in the boat. And
Yeah.
it was a bit late, and you know the boat was very shaky because of the strong current. You know,
Yeah.
even you don't move the paddle, you will still
Yeah.
float. You know.
We were like, we were
I remember the
spinning
last
around.
time I was with your father-in-law, and we fell into the sea. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's very adventurous. He's very
Yes,
spontaneous.
yes,
I really
yes.
wish that everybody
Because
should be
I want you to
spontaneous
be
in life.
comfortable.
Yeah.
To be comfortable with the patient or whether with a friend, you go with the friend. You know, that is the way, because otherwise you will not feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
also yesterday it was the first time going live on Instagram.
Yes.
And he was natural. He's so natural.
I never been to Instagram live. I don't even know what is 直播. and live streaming, it was never in my dictionary. But when Christy initiated that, Mike, use your Instagram, you know, okay.
Yeah.
I started to do it, and that was my
We did
first
it for an
virgin
hour
one.
and a half.
Okay, yeah.
An hour and a half.
Yes.
So now you understand how I go. We only talk an hour. An hour and a half is a small case, but I usually talk for 4 hours, 8 hours. So I like the fact that you like just spontaneous, and whatever you do, you just follow, and that's what life should be.
Yes.
Okay. Even I don't like people like, oh, I don't eat that. I don't want to do that. You never try. How do you know?
Yes.
My kids are like that, you know, like, oh, I don't want to eat that. I say, okay, I want you to try. If you don't like it, then you spit it. But if you like it, then you try a new, right?
Give it a try. Yes, always.
Life
Yes.
should be like that. I want that my last breath on earth, I know that in my mind, I have this it's like a movie from when I was born, all the memories, all the things I've done. It's diversified, 丰富. I know that I live to the fullest, and this is what life should be.
Yes.
To live to your fullest potential.
Yes. And die happily.
With love and light.
Yeah. Yes.